my channel. If you're new here, my name is Louise. I'm proud mum to 2 adult children, Blossom who doesn't live with us anymore, Corey who does. And I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Dale, who are down here. You'll hear them patting around the room, I'm sure. So my channel is a haul every week Saturday, and I upload during the week occasionally. Struggling with it right now. We'll get back to it when I get back to it. There's not a lot that I can do about that. This week's haul is Asda's only. We hit 41 and change out of our £60 budget, so we did good on our budget. We actually don't need much. I have an awful lot left in the fridge. We still got good in the freezer. It's just me and Corey who eat here, and then the dogs, I'm making their food. I would say about 4 out of their 7 meals in a week is food that I make. So we have a few ingredients that I'm building up in the freezer, so there's not a lot I needed to buy really. We did okay for our 41 and change. I didn't get any reduced or anything. It was the time of day I went, there just wasn't anything. I pretty much got everything off my list as well, so we did pretty good this week. If you enjoy this sort of thing and you want to stay, don't forget to subscribe down below, click the notification bell, you'll be notified when I do upload other things, if and when I do. Yes, so let's go on with our haul. So normally we'd have all our fresh bits here. I have fruit and salad stuff, so I really didn't need anything. If I don't need it, I'm not going to buy it, especially with the price rises in things. It's best to stay with what you need. So I picked up some potatoes. I actually made some potato skins with pizzas last week for Corey and I, and they came out really well. So I thought I'd pick up, wasn't going to buy any potatoes, and then I remembered we was getting pizza. So I actually went back for these, and they're only 91p for a 2.5 kilogram bag, so that's a really good price for that. Chicken thigh portions, again, this is for the dogs' food. They're really enjoying them. They're a good price. I did actually look at the livers this week. Couldn't do it. I've got a thing about raw meats, and the look of them just made me, turned my stomach. There was no way I was going to deal with it, so I didn't get the livers that I did want to get. But this is £1.82 for 1.1 kilogram of thighs. Big thing of milk this week, 6 pinter. Was completely out. We've had none since yesterday, so desperately needed the milk. I got another large butter. Now I have butter. I don't get through this amount of butter, so we are going to have a stockpile going, but it's good to have when I do cooking and stuff as well. This is a 500 grams. Now for 500 grams it's £2.94, or you can get a 250 grams for £1.55, so you're actually saving by getting the larger one, hence the reason I'm getting the larger ones at the moment. Some bacon. Haven't bought bacon for ages. I was actually passing it when Corey phoned me in the store, so it worked out right. Asked him if he wanted him. Now the last time I bought this, they were £1.49 for this pack, and it's now £1.79, but he hasn't had bacon for a while, so that'd be a nice treat. I bought some singles this week just to go in the fridge. We don't actually need them yet, but I don't want to get low. They are 59p for that packet, and they go with everything, so it's just nice having them, and they last a long time as well. I mean, this has got a 17th of the 8th of this year. Because they're individually wrapped, they last really, really well. Eggs for something I want to make for the dogs. I don't know when it'll happen, but hopefully this week. I need an egg for some treats for the dogs. We'll give that a go. Corey asked for macaroni cheese a while ago. Actually, he was talking about a roast dinner, and he likes some mac and cheese with his roast dinner. And this is £1.19. They used to do this one in pound store for 75p. They have not had it for the longest time, so I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and pay the £1.19. This one is a really, really good one though. It's got that deep orangey colour to it. You know, the cheese that does that. Oh, it's so good. And we needed some mango chutney. Now this is normally to go with poppadoms when we have like a curry or something, but I actually put that in the potato skins the other day. So I cut some onion up and fried that with some mango chutney, and then put it in the potato skins with some cheese over the top. Really, really good. The only thing is, I would say you do need to put a lot of the mango chutney in. I put the last of the jar, so I put as much as we had. Did think it was going to be enough, but both Corey and I decided that you need more. So I would, for one onion, at least a quarter of the jar I would go with if you're going to give it a go. We was out of a few sauces, and I just want to make sure we keep stocked up because sauces go down quite quickly. So I picked up the barbecue sauce. Corey absolutely loves this one. This is the cheapest brand in Asda. It's 84p, but it's one of them really sweet ones. It's not got that spicy kick to it. Got another spaghetti loops. Don't need it again. Well, I'm just going to try and get some stocks going because we know prices are going to go up again soon. So 35p for the spaghetti loops, and this one's like a really nice one. I prefer this to the Heinz. I got 2 tuna chunks. Now, I actually had a tin of tuna this week, which is quite unusual for me. I don't really do that often. This would normally go with our tuna pasta bakes. And then it reminded me the price. These are 59p for this one. Now, this is the cheapest brand in Asda, but the quality is really good. You don't get like the flakes and bones and things. And the dog food's now 60p each as well. So I was thinking like maybe I can add some tuna into their meals sometimes, because I know they like it and it's really good for the dogs, the same as it's good for humans. So yeah, I picked up 2 this week for that reason. The brown sauce, 45p. This is the Asda's cheap one, my absolute favourite. I like this above any brand, even the more expensive Asda one. This is the one. It's got a nice, I think it's because the vinegary bit in it, it's got like a vinegary tang. I know like if you get a daddy sauce and a HP sauce, HP is more peppery and the daddy's is more vinegary, but that's a vinegary one, just in case you want to try and you haven't. Now, I did pay a lot of money for this one. I used to get the really cheap mayonnaises. Corey used to eat a lot of mayonnaise, so I would get the Asda's own cheap one, which is like 40p, I think, something like that. It's been a while since I bought it. He's really not eating much mayonnaise. When I have it, I like the more expensive brand. I am not a connoisseur of most things, but the mayonnaise, I know a cheap one. I don't like the cheaper taste of it. So we've gone with this one, and I've gone with the lighter light, which is more expensive, but calories wise it's so ridiculous, and I like this one. So this was actually £3.29, but it will last us a long time. We're getting low on beans, so I got the 4-pack. Now these are 33p for 1 tin. That is the more expensive one. You can get the cheaper Asda beans, which I think are 22 or 24p, something like that. But they're a good chunk of the tin is juice in the cheaper one. This one, the quantity of juice to beans is way more beans in it, so you get it's a nicer consistency and texture. So it's, for me, I'm willing to pay a little bit extra, but if you get 4, they're only £1. So again, you're only paying 25p, so it's a penny difference, if I've got my numbers right. It's either a penny or 4p, depending on which, or 3p, whichever one it was. Corey's been after something for his sandwiches for the longest time. I've mentioned this before. He wanted like a polony, can't find a polony. I found an alternative, didn't like that. I've tried some different hams and he doesn't like most of them. It's texture for Corey. Turned out, he explained it the other day, is a texture in his mouth he doesn't like with most of them. So we're just going to go work our way through all the different hams till we find the one he likes. This one is the this one is £1.63 or 64, one of those two. I know I could have got 400 grams instead of 200 grams for £2. They had it on a deal, so if you do like this one, it's a good deal if you want to get more of it, but it just wasn't worth it. If Corey doesn't like it, I paid an extra 30 something p for nothing, so I just went with the cheaper of the versions. I bought clubs a while back. If you remember, I bought the blue packet, which is salted caramel, because I just don't remember ever trying it. I would say, you know, I ate them, wouldn't buy them again, but Corey tried one and it reminded him that he really likes the orange club, so he asked for this. This is a £1 deal at the moment. Custard creams just to go in the cupboard for a sweet treat. These are 43p. And the dog foods, as I've mentioned before, I'm now making dog food. So I've got the chicken today, and I've bought something in the that'll go in the freezer. So I'm building up some freezer stocks and some cupboard stocks so I can make different combinations of foods. In between, they do have the dog meats still. These are 60p, and I've got 2 turkey and chickens and 2 beef patés. And Corey always has his Dr. Peppers now. We're up to 2 a week. They're on a deal for £3 at the moment. They're £1.77 on their own. And I bought myself an orange, Asda's own orange for 60p last week. It lasted all week, but it was really nice to have that odd glass here and there. And I put it in the fridge and made it cold, which I don't do a lot of the time. I usually leave it out. But it was just that nice, you know, when you want something a little bit more. 60p again for this one. And the only reason, this is a weird thing, the only reason I bought the Cherryade is I was walking through a shop the other day and I suddenly got this whiff of Cherryade. So I just felt like maybe I should just go with the Cherryade. I've not had it for a long time either, so yes, just so I've got a different option. I'm not drinking juices at the moment, it's mainly water or lemon water. So it's just nice to have that option. Oh, and the bread, oh my God. Last week, if you remember, I got the Warburton's, I think it was the Toasty. I think it was a Toasty. It was a thick one. It was supposed to be thick. It wasn't, but it's in a package that you can't see the bread. Very disappointed. I think, oh, what was it? £1.10, I think. I paid for it because there wasn't any of this one here. And I would not buy it again. Didn't like the texture of it. Didn't like the taste of it. This one is 58p at the moment, and this is our go-to. I like this one. It's not as good as the Tesco though. You can get one in Tesco that's got the same coloured wrappers and everything. And I think it's gone up. I think it's 65p, but taste-wise, way better. But this one is way better than Warburton, so I was really glad they had this one this week. And this one in the fridge section, wasn't looking for anything in particular, just like browsing the veggie section because I'm not huge on meat still at the moment. I'm not really enjoying the texture of meat that much. Haven't seen this one before. Again, that might be the reason. It's new. This was £1 and it's 2 mushroom and caramelised onion burgers. Just got it because it sounded good. You've got to give these things a go. And I have tried the Lean Cuisine brand before and I enjoyed it. Got Corey's usual lasagna, 85p. He does night work, so he just likes to shove things in the oven, so I like to get some ready meals. We do have a few in the freezer, but I want to keep stocked up. And Corey had, actually in the Asda brand, there was a chicken pot, hot pot. And he asked if there was a beef one. This was as close to a beef one as I could find. So I just thought I'd pick it up to see if he wants to try that one. These are down to £1 at the moment from £1.20, I believe. And I got the sausages because I wanted some veggie sausages. Now I did look at all the brands. They had 3 brands there. Asda's Own, the Bird's Eye and the Quorn. Quorn is way more expensive. So I thought, well, let's go for a cheaper brand. And the Asda one actually said £1.50 on the ticket, but it scanned at £1.75. So we went back because this one was £1.50 and I was just going for the cheapest. I like all 3 brands equally. So whichever's the cheapest I'm going to go with. I like to just have sausages in. I eat them on a daily. When I'm at work it'll be sausage sandwich or something on toast. So I just like to have the option of having there. We got the ready salty crisps they had in this week. Didn't get any last week so I didn't have any. I think I got that right if I remember right. I'm sure they didn't. These are 90p now. You get 12 packets and they are just absolutely the perfect texture. The perfect about saltiness. I just love these. Always rave about these. So that's the reason I got 2 packets. Probably should have got more because we get low on little stocky things like the crisps and that. I am a crisp person. I do like to have crisps in the house at all times. And I got some frisps. We're now having to pay £1.25 for a lot of these when we could normally get them on a deal for £1. That's not a thing anymore for a lot of them. There are a few still at £1. But Corey was trying to explain some crisps to me the other day and I think this may be what he's after. We will find out because he couldn't remember the name. He was just going by explaining the texture and things. Now crisps are like normal crisps but slightly thicker. They're crinkle cut but they've got a very crunchy, they're not like McCoy's where they're hard crunchy. They're a light crunchy. They're just a really nice texture and you get 6 bags in there. £1.10 for the carrots. Now I bought carrots for the dogs to go on their meals the other week. I'd stored the carrots wrong and the carrots went bad really quick and they went really nasty. So I thought we may as well just get a big bag and put them in the freezer. At least that way I haven't got to worry about any wastage. So this is £1.10. Again, this is for the dogs and it's for the humans because this is just human foods, isn't it? But carrots are good for dogs. Corey and I had the pizzas last week, like I mentioned. We went, what was the pizza I bought? The Cathedral City. Opinions were, when you ate it, it was what you would expect it to taste like. It wasn't that sounds really good. It literally was pizza with cheese on it. Neither one of us would buy it again. We would eat it again if it was bought for us, but we wouldn't go out of our way for it. But Corey really liked our little cheese, our little pizza thing. So we got this one. This one's our absolute favourite out of all the pizzas that you can get that are freezer ones. This is the one. It's down to £2.75 at the moment. It can go up to as high as £4 depending on where you get it and when you get it. And this is the sweet honey barbecue salami. It is just so good. It's stuffed crust. Oh, you can't go wrong. If you've never tried it and you want to try something different, definitely recommend this. And I'm not sure if Corey just didn't like my garlic bread or he specifically fancied this garlic bread, but he asked me to pick up a garlic bread pizza, so that's what we got. I needed a scourer. Like, I wanted one, a cheap scourer. You know, you can get those really dirty jobs where it don't even come off the scourer. I have some of those jobs. 40p for that. I've got another scourer, but he's a nice one. I didn't want to ruin it. And I got soda crystals. Now, my sinks keep getting blocked. Had a word with one of my neighbours. It turns out it may be something in the area. She's having real bad issues with, like, way worse than me. But I've been using bicarbonate of soda and white vinegar, and it works brilliant. But by the following day, it's getting blocked again. The overflow's not working at all. And I just saw this and was reading it. It says that it drains out sinks if you use it on a regular. And this is 65p for this bag. It's a kilogram bag. So I thought it's worth trying as I haven't tried it. And I'm really having trouble finding white vinegar. Like the cheap white vinegar. I don't want to buy an expensive one because it's just going to be used for going down the drain. So I just thought, yeah, we'll give it a go. This just needs the soda crystals and hot water. So it's worth a try. That is our haul this week. Didn't really need to, like I said, didn't really need a lot. Not going to buy it if I don't need it. A quickie one this week. I know, no makeup either. It's been a rough week again. I will get on top of it. Things will pick up. You're getting your hauls just about. This one's probably going to be late as well. Blossom did come round. There's some issues going on and things just got put back a bit further. You're still getting your haul this week. I hope you enjoyed it anyway. Hope it was informative. Some of the prices and things. Give me a comment down below if there's anything you want to let me know about. And yeah, I will see you in the next one. Bye.